Hey guys, this is That Wrestling Show, and welcome back because we have missed you guys so much. It's been over 1 year since we have done anything YouTube or Facebook related, and we thought, what a better way to do this than do the NXT Takeover Respect show as a review and everything. I am one of your hosts, Brian the Stinger T-Meyer, along with Chris Wolke. Call me Moose. And we are just happy to be back, and we will be back for the foreseeable future for right now. But first match we had tonight was Finn Balor and Samoa Joe taking on Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. I don't watch NXT much. But anyway, Chris, you can start us off with your thoughts about this match.
Well, the match started off really well. There were a lot of high-flying moves from Finn Balor, and he really, took control of the match early on, but the energy really started to wane after he got his leg injured, and they really took it to the leg, and that would later carry on into the other matches in the night, because this match was part of the semifinals for the Dusty Rhodes Respect Championship Cup. And he seemed to really, really take a lot of beatings to that leg. And I'm surprised he even managed to stand after a certain point. But Samoa Joe definitely picked up the slack, and they came out with the win.
Yep.
A lot of dirty moves by
Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson.
Yes.
Once again, first time I've seen these guys wrestle, same with him, so kind of happens. But we'll go on to the next match. Alright, Jessica, it stopped.
Boop, boop, boop.
And we're back, and the second match of the night was the second round of the semifinals for the Dusty Rhodes Respect Championship Cup. And that was between Jason Jordan and Chad Gable versus Rhino and Baron Corbin. And this match was violent, to say the least.
Yeah, the thing I gotta say is, there were a lot of beatdowns at first, but then Jordan and Gable really started showing who and what kind of tag team they are. I think they're going to be one of the tag teams that could possibly be called up in a future date, probably next year. And I think Rhino and Baron Corbin are also a good tag team. They got the win by Corbin doing End of Days at the end, which the way he kind of just held on and grabbed onto, I think it was Jordan and everything, and just hit him with that move, and I was just like, alright. But, yeah, that's the way it kind of is.
But I feel like after their win, I don't think that Corbin and Rhino are going to be tag team for very long. They work well together, but they're definitely strong by themselves.
Right.
So I expect to see them, after this championship is over and everything, just going back to beating everybody that they can.
Mm-hmm. Alright. And stop. There.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Next up, we had Dana Brooke versus the debuting Asuka, who is most well known for her appearances in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And from what I saw in the promo package before the match took place, I was like, this is going to be a good match. But I'll let Moose tell you more about it.
Well, the match started off pretty good. A lot of taunting from Asuka, but it was warranted, considering in the promo package you saw that at her signing, Brooke and Emma came out and ruined the whole thing, and it's got to leave a bad impression on you, especially when you come over from Japan and this is going to be your first match and you finally got signed on somewhere, and for a couple of the other divas to just come out and ruin it. But she got her revenge, and she definitely looked good doing it.
Another thing I say is that Asuka had some of the best chants from the fans tonight. Everything they had Asuka's gonna kill you chants, which is in quote to the same as Samoa Joe is gonna kill you, and she got over just like that. I know it's NXT and everyone gets over, but she got more over than I think anyone else has had in quite a while.
And she was delivering a lot of abuse to Brooks, and it just there wasn't really anything she could do. And once she locked in that submission, it was over.
Right. Alright. Good on this one.
Okay. Next up, we have Tyler Breeze versus Apollo Crews. Now, Crews is a powerhouse, and Tyler Breeze, after losing so many matches, he wanted to prove something tonight, and he wanted to prove that he is as good as the best. And while Crews did take him, he showed us just how good he was. He put a lot into that match.
Right. And the thing I say is Apollo, and I've told this to everyone, everyone saw it to me, that Apollo Crews is almost like more flexible Bobby Lashley. But he has like kind of same build and everything as Bobby Lashley did. But I feel like this match could have gone so much better. It kind of just felt slow during some parts. I mean, these two guys are very quick and very agile. That's what this match should have been. Showing them, and I'm not saying this match was bad. I'm not. I'm saying that this match had the makings to be the match that sells the show. Because there are two more matches that we're getting up to that also, were set high for expectations. But I mean, these two guys are very fast, very flexible, and very agile. And I felt like that didn't show up until towards the end of the match, where Apollo Crews just started showing you everything, and you could kick out of the supermodel kick, and get out of the sharpshooter and all that.
And I agree that it really did start off slow, but I mean, once they started going full steam, it was an entertaining match.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's not a bad match, but I'm saying that we know we can see better out of these guys. But we're not saying it's a bad match. You should still go see it. Alright, next up we have the finals in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Tag Team Tournament. Whatever you want to call this. And everything. It was the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And everything. We have Baron Corbin and Rhino, who had won earlier in the night, take on Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. And this match, I am so glad that, and I know it's a lot of people who might watch this might not know it, but I'm glad Finn was selling his injury. That is my biggest complaint about some stuff nowadays, is that people don't sell an injury that happens early in the night.
Yeah, like, I mean, sometimes, like, some of the more well-known wrestlers could take, all that punishment to the leg, and then if they have another match later on in the night, it seems like they're perfectly fine and fit for, anything.
Right.
But he really did. He sold that injury so well. And I think he sold it well enough that it just about cost them the finals.
Yeah. At the end, they had the same finish as they did earlier, where Samoa Joe picked Baron Corbin up and gave him the muscle buster, and then Finn Balor went up to the top rope and did the coup de grace and everything. And after the match, it was the coolest thing to see Dustin, Cody, and Cody's wife all in the ring. Just the
Yeah. And the only thing that could have made it better is if Dusty himself could have been there, you know? But...
Alright, good on that one.
Okay, so we're to our final match, which, in all honesty, was a great match. Not just to watch, but it was Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Iron Man 30-minute match. The one who got the most pinfalls or submissions or countouts wins at the end of the 30 minutes.
Now, this is why I wanted you guys to watch the Takeover Brooklyn special when you guys can or move back and everything, is because that match made me feel like it was Trish versus Lita back in early to mid 2000s again. It made me think women's wrestling is back. It may not be on the main roster yet, but it's getting there. Everything, because if these women can put on 30-minute matches and have as entertaining as a match as they did tonight, you're going to have great matches when they get up to the main roster. You're going to have the possibility of only the second time a women's match or a women's title match being the main event of Raw. Because the four horsewomen, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte, are all very, very good. And tonight showed two of them that can have a match that good and keep it as entertaining as they did.
And a lot of punishment was dealt from Sasha to Bayley very, very quickly, trying to get her worn down so that she could get as many points as possible. But Bayley just kept kicking out, so Sasha had to resort to some very powerful tricks, running Bayley into the steps, running her into one of their Titantrons. I think she actually busted that one, just hitting her with everything she could. And for a while, it looked like Sasha was just going to take it away completely because she had just dealt so much to Bayley.
And at the very end, with 7 seconds to go, Bayley pulls out the coolest but the finisher that just looks like you'd be in so much pain at the end. I don't know what that's called, but I really did like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know how the ref could see her tapping. Like, how do you tap when both of your arms are pinned?
Right.
Like, plus she was, kicking her in the head, and Bailey's just would not let go.
Right. Good on that one. And then, alright guys, that will be it for me, the Stinger, and Moose this week. Next week, we won't be doing Raw, but that's because we're going... Alright, you're good. You're good. Just keep it going. I'll just...
Okay, just redo it.
Alright. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me and Moose this week. We would be doing Raw next week, but there's something else going to be happening next week. Moose, would you like to tell them?
We will be in
U.S. Bank Arena.
U.S. Bank Arena. That's right.
In downtown Cincinnati.
For the taping of SmackDown.
Yep. It's his first live event, and it's my, 15th or something. But we will also be joined next week by... What was his name? I can't remember. I can't remember his name. Lionheart. That's right. We will be joined by Lionheart next week, and we will be doing a SmackDown review after the show. So, if you guys actually watch SmackDown, which I don't know why most of you do, because it's just a Raw repeat, pretty much. But, if you guys don't want any spoilers, you don't have to watch it, but we are going to do a review next week, so just to give you a heads up on what we're doing. Also, if you guys want to watch all the TakeOver special, it's now currently on the WWE Network. The WWE Network for this month is free for new subscribers, or $9.99 if of course, if you've already subscribed. So, until next week, next Tuesday, I am Brian the Stinger.
And I am Chris Moose.
And we will see you next week.